So let's talk about something weird that actually helps me. Nicotine. It's definitely not what I expected to help me. But I've been getting lots of inquiries about how does nicotine work? Why is it helping you? What's happening in your brain? So I want to tell you. Nicotine works in the brain by attaching to little switches called nicotine acetylcholine receptors, or NACHRSs, if you want to sound fancy. Those switches in your brain are part of your autonomic nervous system, responsible for stress response and fight, freeze, or flight mode. People with FND unfortunately have a nervous system that reacts like a dramatic theater kid. It over-responds, freezes, misfires, and glitches, and sometimes goes completely off script. Why nicotine might calm down FND attacks, and has been for me. It boosts acetylcholine, a calming neurotransmitter that helps regulate muscle tone and movement. It can reduce the intensity of the fight or flight response. It improves attention and sensory filtering, which can help stabilize an overloaded nervous system. It slightly increases blood flow to the brain, which can help prevent dissociation and pre-seizure fog, and after seizure dissociation and fog. And here's the big one for FND. Nicotine activates the cholinergic anti-inflammatory pathway. That's a fancy way of saying it can dial down the stress and inflammatory signals that often make FND symptoms ramp up. Why this matters for non-epileptic seizures. FND attacks are not electrical storms like epilepsy. Instead, they are functional misfires, brain and body connection breaking down under stress, sensory overload, autonomic dysregulation, and a spike in adrenaline. Any sudden spikes in adrenaline always end up causing a seizure forming. Nicotine reacts with the brain circuits that regulate all of that. The amygdala, which is the fear center, the insula, the body awareness center, the autonomic system, which is fight, flight, freezing system. So for some people like me, nicotine can help the nervous system reboot before it fully crashes into a non-epileptic seizure. There are no official studies saying that nicotine cures FND. We need those studies. That's why I am doing this important research. What science supports? You know, the real stuff, not the hype. Nicotine can modulate stress circuits, regulate autonomic output, increases acetylcholine signaling, which FND patients usually need more of. It can reduce inflammation. It can reduce dissociation. It also can stabilize attention networks and help improve memory function and cognitive function. FND attacks are very sensitive to autonomic dysregulation, grounding, autonomic balance, and sensory regulation. So yeah, the overlap makes sense. And hey, what about Dr. Ardis? Dr. Ardis makes some big claims that nicotine can fix everything from brain fog to seizures neurologically. Some of his claims are not supported by solid research, but the mechanisms he talks about are supported, like acetylcholine pathways, inflammation control, nervous system regulation. They are all real things in neuroscience. I'm going to insert a quick clip of Dr. Brian Ardis speaking about this topic.
And every symptom that persists for years is completely eradicated with a 7 milligram nicotine patch if you just wore one every day for 6 days.
You're kidding.
And within the third day, 50% of all of their suffering was over.
He's talking about people with long COVID have been proven to have relief from their symptoms just by having a 7 milligram patch of nicotine for a few days. So it's a really good watch. He's got tons of information that I didn't get to cover in my video, so definitely check it out. I'll leave a link down below if you want to watch the rest of his amazing video. So while the dramatic claims are not quite proven, the underlying biology does line up with why nicotine could help FND attacks calm down in certain people. Even if nicotine isn't a magic cure, for me with my functional seizures, it's very relieving to have something that feels like it's resetting my glitch in my glitching nervous system. Using nicotine to help with neurological conditions like FND strange? Yes. Is it scientifically impossible? Well, actually, not really. I hope this cleared some of the questions up that I've been getting, and if you have any more questions, feel free to drop them below and ask about anything. All right, take care. See you later.